Hello, good people. Samuel here. Hello, hello, hello. This guy is making me work. I had to write notes. Man, I planned something else for today, but let's just go through this thing. All right. First off, I have a gift. I have a gift for some of you all. Not all of you. I have a gift for some of y'all at the end of the video. Very nice gift for some of you. Not all of us, just for a small select group of you all. I have a gift for them. All right. Next Monday, I'm going to do my first live stream. That's Monday, April 18th at 10 Chicago time, which is Central time, I believe. Okay. All right, let's get into this. I'm not going to hold you long. So, a month ago, your boy, JT, did a video, and this is the title: Hotep Hustlers Keep the Community Broke. He had the live stream in which he tried to back up that statement. All right. So, uh, here's the fact. That is a lie. It's a lie. All right. So you make this statement, you do a live stream trying to back up this statement, and it's a lie. Okay. All you need to do is use your Google machine and you type in affinity fraud African Americans. See what you see. Let me give you, my laptop is like right behind my light. So let's see. I just randomly picked some. This is old. This is 2014. Affinity frauds usually represent investment schemes that target members of an identifiable group. And then they have recent affinity fraud schemes. Number one, African American churchgoers. A promoter was selling promissory notes bearing interest between 12 and 20%. The money was to be used to invest in numerous small businesses. Investors lost 11 million. Okay, so that's the first mention of recent affinity fraud schemes. Was a targeted African American churchgoers. They lost 11 million. Then the second one was again church. Christian investors. 6 million was raised from 80 evangelical Christian investors. Okay, you go to another article. This is the SEC. Okay, this is the SEC. The SEC. This what article is this? What's the date? Uh, Someone's alarm is outside making noise, but we're gonna push through. Sorry about that. This one, recent affinity fraud schemes. Um, this SEC complaint claims that the Ponzi scheme targeted Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay. Then another Ponzi scheme targeted African American churches. Okay, so all you have to do is do a Google search and it'll pop up. The majority of fraudsters in our community are people pretending to be, pro-establishment, church-based people. All right, he knows that. So why did he lie? Why would you put that statement? Hotel hustlers keep the community broke, and then do a live stream which you try to kind of back that up by including like the usual suspects, the same suspects that you always use when you try to kind of malign them. You use polite, and maybe you want to throw in Pharaoh, but you use the same people. They use the same people. Uh, they've been using the same people, handful of people, less than 5 people, for years to make it out like there's this kind of infestation of hotep hustlers in the black community. Okay, it makes no sense. But why did they do that? Because they have a problem with the ideology. There's a group of men and women that have a group of ideology, that kind of black separatist ideology that they don't like. And instead of just saying, you know what, hey J, this is JT. Listen, pocket watchers. I don't like those black separatists, those black nationalists, those hardliners. This is their ideology. This is why I don't like it. Instead of doing that, because he's claiming to be this straight shooter, right? He's against finesse. And keep that in mind. This is the man claiming to be against finesse. And we're going to get right now to how he did his finesse when we had our little conversation. Okay, in the comment section. All right. Mr. Anti Finesse. If you have a problem with someone, don't play games, don't engage in false narratives. Just say, I don't like those particular guys. And I'm not a hotel, but see, I'm smart enough to know that whenever these guys use that phrase, hotel hustlers, they're just aiming at a particular philosophy. They don't like the whole black separatist philosophy, or however you want to call it, the black nationalist philosophy. You know, they're more pro integrationist, and they don't like us over here, right? But we're not the ones going running around in church scamming black people. The black separatists, you don't show up on say a Netta saying, okay, and this is most the hoteps don't even. I'm a Christian, but most hoteps are not Christians, as we all know. So you're not going to show up on Netta's channel, a channel like Netta, and say there's no Jesus, and then the next day be in church trying to sell your Ponzi scheme. So it makes no sense. He just has a problem with black separatist ideology, and instead of doing a straightforward video saying that, he just want to kind of find a way to just kind of malign the group. If your ideas are better, then you state your ideas and you market your ideas. You don't have to lie, right? He lied. Any Google search would say that the title of the live stream and the live stream itself was propaganda. Let's get into, and oh, by the way, the last time a hotel, what you would call a hotel, took money on the same level of what some of these numerous church-based Ponzi schemes was 20 years ago. Dr. York. Remember Dr. York? The Nawubian group? He had all these men and women in these communal houses around the country. They will go out, work, many of them work regular jobs, some of them even professional jobs. Those who didn't have regular jobs will go out, vending, on the street, selling street merchandise. Then they will come back and turn that over to him. That was the last time that a hotel made money on the same level or extracted money on the same level of these church-based Ponzi schemes. Dr. York is in Supermax right now, serving 135 years for abusing children, right? He's been in jail for 20 years. That was the last time anybody that you can say is a hotel actually took money on the same level of these church-based things. He knows that. You know why he knows it? He did a video about Dr. York called Cult Money, right? So he knows it. He's just lying. He's a liar. Simple as that. You can like somebody, but if you see someone is lying, okay, and then he gets arrogant about it, then you just say, okay, this guy has flaws. Don't back up something when you know it's not true. Now I'm not gonna hold you long. Let's look at how he moved with me. Okay, so a few days ago, he did a community post on Jay Morrison that he's doing yet another Jay Morrison live stream. This is a Jay Morrison community post. So this is him saying, I'm going to do another Jay Morrison live stream. So that's where our conversation happened. A community post that JT put out regarding an upcoming Jay Morrison video. And so then I asked him, okay, I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting to hear about all these hotel hustlers or these hotels you claiming is scamming the community. And then he begins the dodge. All right, he begins the dodge back and forth. Now to get to his trickery, what you have to understand is I'm subscribed to a lot of channels twice. And this is how it happens. This is my main channel. I have another channel. I don't put out content, but I have another channel in which I have my music, African music, Afro pop, Niger stuff, Chicago, old Chicago house, gospel, etc. That's my playlist channel. Okay, most just music. But from time to time, I'll look up a video on that channel and then subscribe to the content creator. So a lot of this, I'm double subscribed to a lot of black content creators, right? A lot of, especially the commentators, the O'Shea Du Jackson. I'm doubly subscribed. This guy, JT, subscribe in this my real channel and the other channel which is like for my entertainment. All right, so that's that's where you see, okay, the character of your guy, okay, of JT. So we have this conversation. It's not a foolish conversation. It's not a long conversation. Pardon me. I put it in my community post, the full conversation, so you can see. Remember, this is under a a community post he put out about an upcoming Jay Morrison video. Keep that in mind. So we go back and forth briefly, very briefly, and you can look at it, and you can determine who gets insulting and trollistic. All right, you all determine who stays professionally and who immediately starts getting, trying to pick a fight, trying to make noise, trying to get people, riled up. This is what he told me. Okay, slow down and sound out all the words before you make a comment. Okay, so he hasn't addressed the fact that he lied and he put out propaganda instead of just being straightforward and doing a video saying why I dislike black nationalist ideology. You just do propaganda. All right. Same way, like, what happens to common sense? That's another guy. He back in the day, he would do the same kind of nonsense, right? They're friends, not surprisingly. Okay. So slow down and sound out all the words before you make a comment. Okay. So now, oh, you're stupid. Okay. Basically, that's what you said. I'm saying this is what you're doing is wrong. This is not right. Ah, you stupid. All right. You're not smart to understand what I'm saying. That's basically what he's saying. I have 2 degrees. Okay. I have 2 degrees. Both degrees, I graduated, one top six, one somewhere in the top 10. Well, you know what that thing where they call you Kuma Ladi, Sadi Dadi, Kuma Ladi? Both of my degrees, I had that little title on my diploma. All right. Along with that, my 2 degrees, I had $100,000 in student loan debt. You know, African American community, no generational wealth, right? Okay, so 2 degrees, okay. Top of my class, $100,000 student loan debt. I can understand a Jay Morrison video, okay? He's not that deep. He's a CPA, okay? We're roughly the same, educated the same. I'm a little bit more educated. That's what I say. I'm a bit more educated than him. Okay, he's not a minister. He's not the professor of economics at Morehouse or something. Okay, you're a CPA. You run a small retail financial planning business. Good for you. But this little arrogant, slow down and sound out all the words before. Come on now. Did you address what other people saying that you are lying? Now, if you look in the comments, I put it as my community post so you can read all the comments. All right. So I'm going to try to wrap this up in like 5 minutes, and then I'm going to give out my gift, and then I'm going to continue with my day. So we went back and forth. You will notice he never addressed anything. He just tried to kind of pick a fight. I log out of this my real channel where I'm doing content and stuff and research to my play channel where I do music. But remember, remember, I'm subscribed twice. So while I'm there, I check. I said maybe he said something else in the comments. So in that same my play channel, my music channel, I go and check. I can't find it under that Jay Morrison community post that he put out. I can't find it. I said, where's the comments? Where's our conversation? I can't find it. There's only 30 comments. Where is it? So I log back into this channel and I can see it. So I say, okay, so is that possible? I don't know all about the YouTube settings. But can you just kind of have a conversation and you hide it and just you and the content creator have the conversation? No one else sees it. So I checked yesterday, Sunday. This happened on Saturday. I checked on Sunday. And in fact, you can. So I learned something new. I learned something new. So he hid the comments. That little short comment, he hid it. So I'm having a conversation. I didn't know that he had hid the comment. But it's only when I went into my other channel and I couldn't find it, I realized that that's what he did. So he hid the comments. No problem. All right. I go on with my day. Uh, Back into my music channel, my music Gmail account. You know what I mean by that. My Gmail, my other Gmail account, where the YouTube channel, the YouTube there is just music, and I see a community post about me. He's trolling. He didn't watch my live stream. Okay, he still didn't address the fact what I said, that you lied. Your statement is a lie. Your live stream is a lie. I watched the live stream twice. Okay. And then you had his mini me's, yeah, jazzing on, yeah, right, you go, you know. Oh, so he's talking real heavy in this community post about me, right? And he's only showing part of the conversation, just part. Okay, he could have included all of it. The same way I just included all of it in the community post. You can go to community and check community posts, my community post. You can see the entire conversation. But see, he didn't want to show the entire conversation because it doesn't make him look good. Someone with sharp eyes would notice. You know what? You just kind of claim he didn't see your live stream, JT. Then you tried to you tried to get some sort of little insult war going by saying he can't read well. You didn't answer the question. So he didn't want to do that, right? He didn't want to do that. He never answered the question. All right. He hid the comment. Then he did put up this community post about me. No problem. I laughed. So later on, I'm back in this channel. I don't see the community post. So he played game with the YouTube setting again. He did a community post about me while hiding it from me. He did a community post about me while hiding it from me. There was no way I could see it on this channel. We had the conversation on this channel. So I guess, yeah, you can do that. I don't know if he blocked me temporarily, because we're going to get to that. Like maybe he blocked or something. But I can see the community post about me in my entertainment thing. In the other Gmail account, I see them talking. It's like, okay, you're talking about me. You're not even showing me. You're not even letting me know that you're talking about me. If you was that brave, all that rah 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 false bravado, you would let me see. You wouldn't block me, prevent me from seeing the community post that you made about me. This fake bravado. I'm from Chicago. I don't really like it. We don't like really these kind of fake thugs. Like, if you're a thug, be a thug. If you're an educated gentleman, be an educated gentleman. Pick your lane, okay? But don't do the fake bravado. A you're gonna put up a community post about someone, but then you're gonna hide that community post from them. And if you were so upstanding, you would show everyone the conversation. And here's the final pit. Here's the final kicker. Not only did he put a community post about me without letting me see it, he kind of, I guess he blocked me, I guess. Or he did something. He did graphics on that community post to make people think that this conversation was held under the Hotep Hustlers video. Yes, we were talking about that Hotep Hustlers video. But remember, I said the conversation took place in a community post that he was talking about Jay Morrison. But he did graphics. And so if you saw his community post, you would think that this comment took place under the Hotep Hustlers video. Why did he do that? Because the Hotep Hustlers video has 400 comments. So if you decide, you know what, I want to see the actual comments that you, JT, and Samuel had. Let me go. You'll see his 400 comments. Either you'll just get discouraged and say, I'm not going to stroll through all these comments, or you'll look for the conversation, not find it, and assume that, okay, I missed it. There's a lot of comments. Okay. It was held in the Jay Morrison post, which only had at that time, this 2 days ago, 30 comments. So if you knew it was there and you went to look for the full conversation, you would see, you know what? I don't see the conversation. Why are you showing part of the conversation, but hiding the entire conversation where it actually took place? And then he actually made graphics to misdirect his community. Remember, these are community posts. Okay, so this is him, Mr. Anti-Finesse, engaging in all this finesse. This is Mr. Anti-Finesse. Supposedly, he's out here fighting these guys who are finessing the black community out of money, but he's a finesser. He's dishonest. Are you getting me? All right, so you have to take what he says with a grain of thought, with a grain of salt. The guy is not a legit guy. The guy is a finesse guy going after finesse guys. He's not a good guy. To date, he has not addressed the fact that he was doing propaganda. He's claiming to be a fraud fighter, but he has a kind of socio-political agenda. And he's using this fraud fighting, but then from time to time, he has to kind of do his agenda. He just did a reparations video, right? Where he took aim at reparations. So you see the agenda? You know what? I'm waiting for an actually legit fraud fighter because I think we do need one. It's just he's not it. And before him, it was what happens to common sense. He was for a while, a couple of years ago, he was the top so-called fraud fighter. But he had the same kind of biases. I'm looking for CoffeeZilla. I'm looking for someone, and maybe they're just a small right now, and so I don't know about them. But we do need people to expose Ponzi schemes and scammers. But unfortunately, these fraud fighters, the prominent ones, a lot of them in our community, actually they do fraud, but then they also do propaganda. That's my point. Everything that you see from him, take with a grain of salt. All right. Just this brief interaction lets you know how he finessed, hiding comments, then showing part of the comments, then doing graphics. So if you look for the comments, you'll go to a different area, a misdirect. You're doing all this, actually making graphics to misdirect your own community, your own little team, your own subscribers. But then you're talking about you going after people that you're claiming dishonest, and you're dishonest. You gotta watch that guy. Everything that you have to confirm. If he says so and so is doing scams, you yourself have to do the research. You just can't take this guy at word. All right. Okay. The guy is not legit at all. He's not a good guy. So here's my little gift. Again, if you all want to see the full conversation, which he hid, and I forgot to tell you, like around 6 hours later, I was able to see the community post about me. Wow, I woke up early in like at night. I do these. I don't really sleep the full night. I woke up around 2. Then I checked that post about me. I was able to see it. So he hid it for like 6 or 7 hours, and then late at night he released it. All right. So this is your boy JT. So for all you fanatics, JT fanatics, that's in my comment section. Again, not addressing that he's lying. And if he's gonna lie, okay, if he's lying on something like this, what else is he lying about? For all you fanatics, you JT cult members, all right, I have something for you. Hold this for me, all you JT people. For not all the JT, not all the pocket watchers, but the cult members who are not willing to admit that you can admire someone and you can still see their flaw. Okay, this is for you all, the JT cult members. Hold this L. All right, can you hold this L for me? All right, enough fun. I'll talk to you all later. Take care.